because I don't want to be here. I'm forced to be here to fight these charges.
All right, thank you. You're here because the jury convicted you of brutally killing your wife.
Interrupting me while I'm talking. I don't interrupt you, so why do you keep interrupting me? I know you're the judge, but
okay, hear me out. I've heard enough of this narcissistic. You're a narcissist, and I'm not going to put this family
like
again.
You're a narcissist because you're talking and you're going all...
Shut his microphone off, and if you keep talking, I'm going to do it without you. You'll be in there. I've heard enough from you. You killed your wife. A jury of 12 convicted you.
A white jury that did not have any black jurors on there, and that's not law. That is a setup. So you want to send me out there, I go out there, but you know what the law is, and you haven't followed it. And neither has you, and neither has
all
you.
right.
Everybody sat here and
hear me out. Shut up.
I'm not going to shut up.
Get him out of here.
Get me out of here.
I want to apologize to these children. And I'm so sorry for some reason your mother ever ran into this guy.
And we begin tonight with the start of a trial for a Buffalo man accused of killing his estranged wife in front of her children. Good evening, I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And hello again, I'm Scott Levin. 2 News Side's Claudine Ewing was in state Supreme Court today as opening statements began and the victim's daughter took the stand.
A mom in a vest just to do school drop-off? This was the reality of Keira Hudson. She wasn't heading to a protest. Just a short morning drive with 3 children and a promise to keep life ordinary. Days earlier, she had put proof in the open, a video that showed what she was living through. Visibility felt like protection. Paperwork felt like distance. The paper said, "Stay away." Before we get too deep, hit the like button, share your take in the comment, and tap subscribe with the bell so you never miss the next episode of Deranged Women. Keira was a 30-year-old mother. Her social media posts from the earlier months show optimism and pressure living side by side. She shared wedding images and wrote about feeling beautiful and loved, calling it the best day. She wanted what countless people want, a partner who prays with you, stands by you, has pure intentions. But then came the posts that looked different in hindsight. Announcements about cutting off family, insisting she barely spoke to anyone, grand praises for her husband. She moved into her mother's home in Cheektowaga, New York, after an altercation with Adam, because it felt like the nearest version of safety. Family nearby, familiar walls, neighbors who knew her face and her car. Morning rituals still had to happen. She buckled car seats, checked backpacks, tightened bottle caps, padded pockets for keys, and then did what no parent should have to do: pull a vest over her chest. People living with fear do a kind of math most of us never have to do. She had bought that vest only days earlier and put a photo online. Friends read it as a desperate signal. She told people close to her that if anything happened, she wanted the truth to be known. Her mother asked, "Why the vest?" Keira answered, "Because he's going to hurt me. You don't understand." 24 hours later, she was gone. On the record, it started inside her house. September 28, 2022, prosecutors said Adam Benefield attacked her, hitting her, keeping her from leaving, and taking her phone. When officers arrived, he locked himself in a bathroom and was taken for evaluation. She documented. She reported. The case entered the system. The first paperwork listed a lesser offense. She didn't share the whole story right away, like a lot of survivors. Detectives met with her on October 3rd to go over the video she later handed over. After seeing the footage, they elevated the accusations: assault, criminal mischief, menacing, unlawful imprisonment, harassment. The next day, October 4th, Benefield surrendered and was arraigned in Cheektowaga Town Court on 6 misdemeanors: assault in the 3rd degree, 2 counts of criminal mischief in the 4th degree. Because the charges were not bail eligible at the time, he was released on his own recognizance. A temporary order of protection was issued, directing him to stay away from her. That order existed on paper, but that paper could not protect her from what happened the next morning. October 5, 2022, about 8:30 a.m., near Richlawn Avenue and Shawnee Avenue in Buffalo, she was in the driver's seat, taking her 3 children to school, a 9-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 5-month-old baby. Traffic slowed and a pickup slammed head-on into her SUV, twisting a regular school run into catastrophe. A man stepped out with a weapon, moved to the driver's side and fired. She tragically lost her life. He took off, speeding the wrong way on Route 33. An officer chased but lost the vehicle in heavy traffic. The kids were taken out of the car. 2 bystanders later helped anchor the timeline. Someone ran toward the driver's door, saw the wound, and noticed the vest. The same one she had shown online. Their statements aligned with what investigators found, and with the testimony later said in court. Her family had already said what the posts implied. She was so afraid she wore a vest just to leave the house. Yes, even for the school run. When her mother asked why, Keira's answer was clear. She believed the vest could buy seconds while help would still be minutes away. For more than a week, the city watched for updates.
She said if anything ever happens to her, she will not rest in peace.
Police announced a $7,500 reward and warned the public that he was extremely dangerous.
I did reach out to the town of Cheektowaga and the Cheektowaga Police Department. The police chief telling me they can't comment on litigation. I have not yet heard back from the town attorney.
On October 13th, officers found Adam Benefield near St. Luke's Hospital, riding a pink bicycle, a surreal image after days of alerts. He was taken into custody. The charges that followed were serious, second-degree charges, 3 counts of endangerment, and aggravated criminal contempt for violating the order of protection. In 2024, witnesses took the stand. Neighbors recounted the crash. Her daughter testified through tears about seeing her stepfather step out and harm her mother. The jury returned a guilty verdict in the second degree, aggravated criminal contempt, and 3 counts of endangerment. On December 23, 2024, the judge imposed the maximum 25 years to life. Adam Benefield's record stretches back. In 2000, he rammed a vehicle on Route 33, threatened 2 women, and led police on a chase. One woman was so desperate to escape that she jumped from the moving car, badly injured but taking that risk anyway. While facing those charges, he escaped from the Erie County Correctional Facility by climbing a 15-foot wall and stayed loose for 19 hours before being located. He later served about 15 years in prison, was released in 2015, and off parole by 2017, free to marry in 2021. Was she unaware of his previous history before getting married to him? Could his history of violence have prevented this tragedy?
They ignored all my requests. They started ignoring me at the jail. And when I dropped requests, they wouldn't bring me down to the psychiatrist.
He was 22 years old at the time. He's now 45 years old. I checked in with Buffalo Police today, and they believe he could be in the area or as far away as Oregon. I'll have much more coming up at 5 o'clock. Kate?
All right, more to come. Claudine, thank you.
The days before the incident show how quickly danger accelerates after disclosure. Initially, when officers first responded to the domestic call, he locked himself in a bathroom and was taken for evaluation. The first paperwork listed a lesser offense. She didn't share the whole story right away. Like a lot of survivors, she minimized what happened, didn't immediately hand over the video, and tried to manage fallout. Only later did she bring to the police the footage that showed the sustained assault from end to end. Even after that, the charges that stuck at arraignment remained misdemeanors. Under the state's rules at the time, that meant the judge couldn't set bail. Release, a paper order, and a very dangerous window between rules on a page and consequences in real life. Family members say she posted online again after his release, pleading for help and saying it felt like authorities were waiting for something to happen before they would act. That night, she put on the vest and took a photo. The image that remained in everyone's memory when the tragic incident happened the next morning. Law enforcement's response after the incident moved quickly. Alerts, warnings, a reward, a multi-agency search ending in a quiet arrest. The courtroom part was methodical: witnesses, evidence, a testimony, verdict, maximum sentence. But none of that changed the tragic incident on a street corner on a school morning. 2 years later, her family filed suit against local authorities, arguing that the decisions made charging and release opened the door to the tragic incident. Keira tried to break cycles eventually after she initially didn't share the whole story right away and minimized what happened. She tried to build something better. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse, reach out to local advocates, document what you can, and ask for a safety plan. Remember, danger can wear a friendly face. Stay aware, look out for others, and reach out if you need help. See you in the next case. On Deranged Women, thanks for watching.